Hello, today we'll be talking about Wishiwashi. Solar form, Wishiwashi is the shortest water-type Pokemon as of the filming of this. It's also tied with Rotom as the lightest water-type Pokemon as of the filming of this. Barring Alolan Executor, school form Wishiwashi is the tallest non-Ultra Beast Pokemon introduced in Gen 7. Its previous PYC dates are March 13th, 1998, January 12th, 2001, November 14th, 2003, September 15th, 2006, July 17th, 2009, May 18th, 2012, March 20th, 2015, January 19th, 2018, November 20th, 2020, and September 22nd, 2023. I love the gimmick of a weak fish Pokemon schooling together to form the appearance of a larger and more fearsome Pokemon. I most know Wishiwashi in both its forms from New Pokemon Snap. Anyway, let's get in the Bulbapedia article. Hello and welcome to the Bulbapedia section of the video. Today we'll be talking about Wishiwashi, the small fry Pokemon whose number is 0746. This is solo form Wishiwashi, this is what it looks like. This is school form Wishiwashi, this is what it looks like. Type is water, ability, schooling, gender ratio 50-50, catch rate is 60 or 14.8%, breeding is a group water 2, hatch time 15 cycles. As solo form, it's 8 inches or 0.2 meters. And 0.7 pounds or 0.3 kilograms. As school form, it's 26 foot 11 or 8.2 meters, and 73.3 pounds or 78.6 kilograms. Basic experience yield 61, leveling rate is fast. EV yield is 1 on HP. Shape, other forms may have other shapes. Pokédex color is blue, and base friendship is 70. Wishiwashi is a water-type Pokemon introduced in Gen 7. While it's not known to evolve into or from any other Pokemon, Wishiwashi can change forms with its schooling ability if it has reached a level 20. When it enters a battle or ends a turn with its HP above 25%, it changes from its solo form to its school form, or revert back to its solo form if its HP is below 25%. Biology, Wishiwashi is a fish-like Pokemon who can switch between two forms depending on the situation. Wishiwashi is the only known Pokemon that can have schooling as an ability. Forms, Wishiwashi has two interchangeable forms, solo form and school form. Solo form, in its solo form, Wishiwashi resembles a small fish. It has large light blue eyes with irises that resemble puddles of water and dark blue eyelids. The head and tail are both white. There is a line of white teardrop shapes on each side of its body, with the teardrop nearest the head being slightly larger. The top half of its body is dark blue and has a short, rounded dorsal fin. The lower half of its body is gray with two pectoral fins. This tiny Pokemon is both the shortest and lightest water type. An individual Wishiwashi is small, weak, and notably tasty. As a result, it has numerous natural predators, including humans, dugong, Wailmer, Wailord, Wingull, and Pelipper. While Wishiwashi are known to move in schools, they're often seen alone. They gather when confronting opponents by calling its friends with an SOS signal in the form of shining eyes seen almost 25 miles, 40 kilometers away. When they're in a tough spot, their eyes tear up, which make them seem like they're crying. School form. In its school form, Wishiwashi resembles a large fish roughly formed from various smaller fish with glowing eyes. Starting with its head, its body is divided into 4 bands that each become a slightly darker shade of blue. A ring of bright blue glowing spots lines the front edge of the 2 middle bands. The centers of its eyes are formed by a single white fish with glowing eyes for pupils. Surrounding the white fish is a dark blue recess, and at the rear edge of the eye is a raised white area for eyelids. Above each eye is a single dark blue fish shape. Wishiwashi's mouth gapes wide open, apparently unable to close fully due to gaps on each side. Its lips in the front are lined with glowing spots, and many more spots dot the inside of its mouth. On each side of the school form's body, in the second band, there is a pair of dark blue fish-shaped recesses. Wishiwashi can fire fish-shaped torpedoes from this area. Its pectoral fins are the same color as its head and have 3 finger-like projections. There are glowing spots at the base of each finger and at the base of the fins themselves. On top of its head are 2 short projections shaped like fishtails, one behind the other. Additionally, Wishiwashi has a large dorsal fin that is darker around the base and has 2 glowing spots at the tip. The third section of its body has a ring of 4 spike-like fins around it. 3 spikes encircle the tip of its tail, each with 2 glowing dots at the base. Dark fish shapes float freely a short distance from the end of each spike, all with 2 more dots on them. Finally, the tip of its tail is a rounded teardrop shape with a single dot on each side. Though it is a normally weak Pokemon, Wishiwashi is feared by the people of Alola as the demon of the sea because of its capacity to assemble in groups and change into a sinister, more powerful form that scares away even the fearsome Gyarados. It assumes this form whenever a fellow Wishiwashi is in danger or is bullied. The school form's Water Gun is said to be more powerful than Hydro Pump, but it will split into a regular school before fleeing should it get wounded. A special school of Wishiwashi at Alola acts as the totem Pokemon for Lana's trial in Brooklet Hill. These Wishiwashi possess Z-power and energy that originates from ultra wormholes and takes the form of a golden flaring aura. The reward for defeating Totem Wishiwashi and completing the trial is Waterium Z. Game data, NPC appearances, Pokemon Magikarp Jump, silhouettes of schools of Wishiwashi may randomly appear in the background of the pond. New Pokemon Snap, a school of Wishiwashi are part of the Illumina Pokemon who saved the Lental region from the Tellure meteorite 2,000 years ago. Unlike the other Illumina Pokemon, the individual Wishiwashi themselves do not possess a pattern while under the effects of the Illumina phenomenon. Instead, a pattern is seen when they are under the effects of it while in school form. They reside in the Maracopia Island's Illumina spot. Pokedex entries in Gen 7 for Solo form and Sun. When it's in trouble, its eyes moisten and begin to shine. The shining light attracts its comrades, and they stand together against their enemies. Moon. It's awfully weak and notably tasty, so everyone is always out to get it. As it happens, anyone trying to bully it receives a painful lesson. Ultra Sun. They're weak, so they move in schools. However, they can also often be seen alone, having strayed from the school. Ultra Moon. When it's in jam, its shining eyes attract others of its kind. The light from its eyes is visible almost 25 miles away. For school form, Wishiwashi, Sun. Weak Wishiwashi school together to concentrate their power. Their united force makes them the demon of the sea, feared near and far. Moon. At their appearance, even Gyarados will flee. When they team up to use Water Gun, its power exceeds that of Hydro Pump. Ultra Sun. Wishiwashi assemble in this formation to face off against strong foes. It boasts a strength that earned it the name Demon of the Sea. Ultra Moon, called Demon of the Sea by some. When Wishiwashi are injured in battle and their numbers dwindle, they become a regular school. In Gen 8, for Solo form, Wishiwashi Sword. Individually, they're incredibly weak. It's by gathering up into schools that they're able to confront opponents. Shield. When it senses danger, its eyes tear up. The sparkle of its tears signals other Wishiwashi together. For school form Wishiwashi Sword. On their own, they're very weak. But when Wishiwashi pull their power together in a school, they become a demon of the sea. Shield. When facing tough opponents, they get into formation. But if they get wounded in battle, they'll scatter and become solitary again. So we got a new note here. In Gen 9, this Pokemon has no Pokedex entries in Gen 9. Solo Wishiwashi in the Alola Pokedex. School Wishiwashi in the Alola Pokedex. Game locations. Side game location. Stats. Base stats will compare solo form and school form. So HP 45, that stays the same. Attack 20, that goes up to 140. Defense 20, that goes up to 130. Special attack 25, that goes up to 140. Special defense 25, that goes up to 135. Speed 40, that goes down to 30. So this one has a total of 175, and this one has a total of 620. Type effectiveness, damaged only by normal, fighting, flying, poison, ground, rock, bug, ghost, psychic, dragon, dark, and fairy. Weak to grass and electric for double, immune to nothing. Resistant to steel, fire, water, and ice, all for half. Learn set. We got this new note here. So Wishiwashi is available in Sword and Shield. By leveling up, 1 Water Gun and Growl for Helping Hand, 8 Beat Up, 12 Brine, 16 Tearful Look, 20 Dive, 24 Soak, 28 Uproar, 32 Aqua Tail, 36 Aqua Ring, 40 Endeavor, 44 Hydro Pump, and 48 Double Edge. By TM/TR, so this is a new section, kind of. So instead of just being TMs, in Gen 8, they also had something called TRs, which I believe is technical records. I don't really know the difference between the two, but they are a thing, and I will mention all of them. Also, this is a lot different of a symbol than we've had in Gen 9. What I'm going to do for this is that I will do TM as it normally is, and then I will say TR when we come across a TR. So I'll say TM 21, then 24, 25, and then when we come across a TR, I'll say TR whatever, and then go from there like I would with TMs. So, TM 21 Rest, 24 Snore, 25 Protect, 31 Attract, 33 Rain Dance, 35 Hail, 36 Whirlpool, 37 Beat Up, 39 Facade, 41 Helping Hand, 45 Dive, 53 Mudshot, 55 Brine, 56 U-Turn, 76 Round, and 81 Bulldoze. For the TRs, and you can see these are a different kind of thing, and it looks more like records than discs. TR03 Hydro Pump, 4 Surf, 5 Ice Beam, 10 Earthquake, 16 Waterfall, 20 Substitute, 26 Endure, 27 Sleep Talk, 31 Iron Tail, 35 Uproar, 45 Muddy Water, 84 Scald, and 98 Liquidation. By breeding, again, you'll notice that these symbols look different than we've had in Gen 9. It's just, I guess, what the symbol look like. This group gives it Mist, this group gives it Takedown, and this group gives it Water Pulse. By tutoring, there's another one that's exclusive to articles whose last appearance is in Gen 8. SW means Sword, Shield is SH. EP is the expansion pass of Sword and Shield, the DLC. BD is Brilliant Diamond, and SP is Shining Pearl. We won't be talking about those anymore. Those don't have any more Pokemon after Gen 4. So, what I say for this, it's the same kind of thing like I would for a normal move. So, I say, in the Sword and Shield expansion pass, it can get Flip Turn and Skill Shot. By transfer from another generation, so there's another one that's exclusive to ones whose final appearance is in Gen 8. I don't really know why it doesn't appear in Gen 9. We didn't have this at all in Gen 6 because all of them had their last appearance in Gen 9 because of Legends EA. So, for this, I will explain it. Now it's just Gen 7. Before Gen 6, it would have shown all of the generations you could get these moves in, and if they could be transferred or not. So now it's just like in Gen 7. I'm not even really probably going to say in Gen 7 anymore, because it's obvious that it has to be from Gen 7 if it's going to Gen 8. So I'm just going to say, by transfer from another generation, and then say the moves. These X's mean that you can no longer select the move in battle. That was a thing. They just stopped making some of these moves work for some reason. Confide, Covet, Double Team, Feint Attack, Frustration, Hidden Power, and Return don't work anymore. Swagger, Toxic, and Water Sport, that doesn't work anymore. Side game data for solo form, you got all this. New Pokemon Snap in the Photodex entry. We found this Illumina Pokemon deep in the sea, where even Captain Vince never traveled. Wishiwashi usually only school together when they're threatened. Maybe they're different in the Maricopia Islands. Pokemon Go. School Form. Robo Rush. New Pokemon Snap in the Photodex entry. These Illumina Wishiwashi have grouped together into their school form. As soon as they gathered, we picked up an Illumina energy reading that was absolutely enormous. Pokemon Go. Form data. Wishiwashi has 2 interchangeable forms, Solo Form and School Form. It can change between them using its schooling ability if it is at least level 20. Outside of battle, Wishiwashi is always in its Solo Form. Wishiwashi starts battles in its Solo Form if it is at least level 20 and has above 25% of its maximum HP remaining when it enters battle. It will change into its School Form. If its remaining HP is at or below 25% of its maximum HP at the end of a turn, it will revert back to Solo Form. However, if it subsequently has above 25% of its maximum HP remaining at the end of a turn, it will change back into its School Form. If it is switched out while in School Form, it will revert to its Solo Form. Wishiwashi has unique form change animations that show other Wishiwashi, represented by blue silhouettes, gathering to change it into School Form or dispersing to revert to Solo Form. So, schooling, below level 20, or HP 25% or less. Solo Form Wishiwashi. Schooling, equal or above level 20, and HP above 25%. School Form Wishiwashi. Wishiwashi's 2 forms have different base stats, with School Form having significantly higher attack, defense, special attack, and special defense, but lower speed and identical HP. The 2 forms also have different cries. So I read all this already, so I'm not reading again. Evolution data is just Wishiwashi. Sprites. So we got the models for Solo Form Wishiwashi, and School Form Wishiwashi. Then Shiny has yellow for the white and gold for the blue. And similarly has yellow and gold for the highlight colors. That's fun. In Gen 8, the much better models. So there's this note here. This Pokemon is unavailable in Gen 9. Homes, you get these models. Animation. Solo form Wishiwashi in Pokemon the series, Sun and Moon. Got all this. School form Wishiwashi in Pokemon the series, Sun and Moon. Got all this. Pokedex entries in Sun and Moon, episode 33, in the Rotom Pokedex. Wishiwashi, the small fry Pokemon. A water type. When in a tough spot, their eyes tear up, which gives it the look of crying. Pokemon, Twilight Wing, the manga. Solo form Wishiwashi in Pokemon Adventures. School form Wishiwashi in Pokemon Adventures. Got all this in the TCG. Trivia of all Pokemon with multiple forms. Wishiwashi's base stat total undergoes by far the most drastic change. Solo form Wishiwashi has the lowest base stat total of all Pokemon at only 175. Wishiwashi is the only totem Pokemon to not be larger than its usual size. As such, it is also the only one that cannot be obtained as a totem-sized Pokemon in Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. School form Wishiwashi weighs exactly 262 times more than solo form Wishiwashi. Therefore, this is likely the number of individual Wishiwashi in a single school. Concept and development. Concept art featuring solo form Wishiwashi from Pokemon Sun and Moon. A bunch of the different angles, and the gleam of its eyes, and a bunch of them coming together. Additional concept art featuring school form Wishiwashi from Pokemon Sun and Moon. So you've got a bunch of the different angles, and them coming together, all the different pieces. Origin: Wishiwashi's solo form bears a resemblance to Pacific sardines. Its eyes' ability to light up may be derived from flashlight fish. Its bioluminescence, great abundance, and overall shape may also reference a lanternfish. Its school form bears some resemblance to a submarine and the extinct Dunkleosteus. Name origin: Wishiwashi may be a combination of wishy-washy, describing the weak state of its solo form, wash, in reference to its water type, and iwashi, Japanese for sardine. Yowashi may be a combination of yowashi, weak, the classical Japanese form of yowai, or yowashi, frail, and iwashi, sardine. Now, languages for solo form and school form, related articles, references, external links to the totem Pokemon, and for the final time, the Illumina Pokemon. Let's move on. Now let's watch Wishiwashi's first scene in the anime. In this case, it's solo form Wishiwashi. Hello and welcome to the anime portion of the video. Today we're watching episode 952, Big Sky, Small Fry. In this episode, the main Team Rocket team, consisting of Jesse, James, their Talking Meowth, and Wobbuffet, are fishing for totem Pokemon, thanks to the advice of this old fisherman. And Meowth's caught something, and now he's reeling it in. And there's Wishiwashi.
Baby! Let me see. Oh, that's a Wishiwashi. I get enough Wishiwashi with you.
And that is Wishiwashi's first scene in the anime. Let's move on. Now let's see why other people love Wishiwashi. Now let's look at fan art. Hello and welcome to the fan art section of the video. Nobody sent fan art, so instead we're looking at DVR fan art. Those of you who aren't familiar with the series, what we do is we go through these images until I find an image that doesn't contain a Wishiwashi. This is the pre-domesticated Vaporeon by Green Chlamydia. So you've got this interesting, I guess, sort of primitive version of Vaporeon here, and this Eevee that has a bubble of air around it. And then we got a bunch of Wishiwashi here as well. Very well done. This is Def Next Dugong by 00Cly00. It's especially fond of Wishiwashi. And so you can see Dugong coming after the solo form. And then got school form saying, "Can we help you?" Coming after, helping out the solo form. No, it's okay. This is the Dugong. Farts. Sketch art, Pokedex, number 746, Wishiwashi Family by Sunnyvan1. So we've got regular solo form Wishiwashi and shiny school form Wishiwashi here. Very well done. This is Wishiwashi Back by Bloxables. So we've got this fan-made back sprite of Wishiwashi here. Very well done. This is Wishiwashi TCG by Funstar Art. It's got this nice collection of Wishiwashi TCG images. Very well done. This is Wishiwashi by G-Bomber. I got this nice image of Wishiwashi here on this background representing the water type. Wishiwashi, number 746. This is Water Ripple by Cosmic Ring and 7.
So I think it's just a picture of Wishiwashi on like a background, and then it's like foreground effect. Interesting. Like it's supposed to be underwater. Interesting. This is Sitting Cuties, number 0746. 10, Wishiwashi solo form by Philb. So, number 746, Wishiwashi solo form, water, Pokemon, copyright Nintendo, wallpaper by Zelo Ego. So you've got the Sitting Cuties plushie of solo form Wishiwashi here on this white background. This is Vaporeon Doodle by Stubby Puppy. Super hungry. Got a couple of Vaporeon here, or probably just Vaporeon, and then it's got a Wishiwashi in its mouth. Guess I'm about to eat it. Ask me something. Draw more Vaporeon. I love them so much. Oh, I guess this is like a request. And burps, probably after eating the Wishiwashi. Very well done. This is Feeding Frenzy with Friends by Snarl Sniff. So we've got Pod of Wailord and Whalmer here, eating a bunch of Wishiwashi. Very well done. This is Wishiwashi by Pink Jeremy. So you've got Wishiwashi school form and a couple solo form here, probably going in to help form the school form here. Very well done. This is Wishiwashi 2026 by Karambo. So I got this nice Wishiwashi. This fishbowl here. Looks like there's like an orange berry, or like maybe that's probably decoration or something. Yes, from 2026, I guess. Very well done. This is What's Your Opinion on This Pokemon, Part 103 by Gardevoir Fanatic 2009. Solo form, school form, just the official limit is kind of cut off a little for this one. I assume the opinion is in the description. This is Wishiwashi by Swa Zero Words Dance. I'm pretty sure this is just the official image. This is Vaporeon Day 2025 by the Great Worlder. So we've got Vaporeon, I guess, helping a fisher, probably fisher person. And I guess they've caught a Wishiwashi here, and I guess they're surprised. Very well done. And this is a literature post, and we don't do literature posts, so we'll move on.
Thanks to everyone who submitted fan art. Tomorrow we'll be talking about Marini. As always, this isn't my proper outfit, so see me tomorrow.